After a week-long break, the Bella Vista Broncos boys basketball team is back in action this week, and boy, are they back in action. Following 3 games over the first 2 weeks of the season and a 2-1 start for BV, things get real this week and really fast. Tonight they welcome the Oakmont Vikings of Roseville to town to kick off a stretch of 5 games in 5 consecutive nights. In other words, December basketball at the high school level. Following tonight's game, the Broncos host River City tomorrow and then head over to Antelope High School for the Titan Holiday Classic this weekend. And they'll start with a game against Davis on Thursday, as well as second and third round games on Friday and Saturday. 5 games in 5 nights, and then they head off into finals next week. And not only that, but they will also be taking on crosstown rival, the Casa Roble Rams, on Thursday night of next week. So it's the Broncos at 2-1, the Oakmont Vikings at 2-2. It's all coming your way next, right here on BV Live Sports.
Raising money, which pays for the uniforms, pays for our tournaments, pays for us to have incredible coaches.
Hello, everybody. George Thorolson with you tonight, flying solo. Quincy Douglas unable to be here this evening, so you got to put up with just me tonight as we get set to bring you Bella Vista and Oakmont. And if the varsity game is anything like the JV game, we are in for a treat this evening. The JV game, as you are waiting for this particular broadcast, they were waiting for it to end, and it ended with 2 free throws at the very end for Bella Vista. Braden Haggerty, the freshman, number 0, cans 2 free throws with 4 seconds to go, and the Broncos hold on and survive a 3-point attempt by Oakmont at the buzzer that did not fall. They beat the Vikings by a score of 70-68. The freshman team also victorious this evening, 44-35. And so what that means is so far, all Bella Vista teams, including the girls, are undefeated at home so far this year. And so the hope is that the Bronco boys will uphold their end of the bargain tonight. The Broncos, as we mentioned, are coming off their first loss of the season 1 week ago tonight up in Loomis against Del Oro. It was a 5-point defeat, and pretty much they were in it throughout the entire game. And so a 5-point game in a very, very difficult place to play. So that was what was going on 1 week ago this evening. And so we are seeing some activity going on down on the floor right now. We're going to go ahead and pick that up.
And the winners are both of you. Congratulations. Have fun at Kingston. Have fun.
Thank you to Production Framing for giving us and donating 4 tickets to 2 different games for both of our boys. Pretty awesome. Also 2 $100 gift cards to go to Sauced, as well as 2 $50 gift cards to go to Estelle's Bakery, all right there in front of the Golden One Center. Pretty awesome. Thank you to everybody for all of your efforts on our fundraising. We've raised almost $18,000, which is insane. Normally we raise between 9 and 11, so thank you, thank you. Now let's go BV.
All right, so a little ceremony there and some prizes given away for a couple of the players for Bella Vista, so congratulations to them. Let's talk about this game here tonight, the Broncos and the Oakmont Vikings. And you can hear all the music and the festivities going on to get everybody all jacked up and ready to go for this game tonight. A week ago tonight, we were talking about the Broncos lost to Del Oro, but that doesn't mean they didn't play well. In fact, they played very well. Coach Stuart Kussler has talked a lot this year about how he thinks that they can play against anyone, and Del Oro is not an easy team to beat. We saw them here at Bella Vista last year. They were just as tough then, and they were pretty tough Tuesday night. Maxwell Prucher lit them up for 25 points in the losing effort. 2 of 2 from three-point range. He was able to find his way to the basket, and once the shots start falling, he kind of got his rhythm going, and it was on his way to a great game for him. 25 points for Maxwell Prucher, and obviously he hopes to have another breakout game this evening. Prucher, by the way, just looking at the stats, he is the team's leading scorer with 10.7 points per game. And following that, Marka Trotzik at 8.7 points per game. And then Trevor Iwamasa at 5.3. And Jonah Wooden, he's about 5 points per game, 5.5 points per game as well, coming off the bench for the Bella Vista Broncos. Let's talk about Oakmont, because we need to know a little bit more about them. And one of the names we're probably going to be watching out for the most, number 21, Jaden Washington, a 6'5 sophomore. He's averaging 11 points and 11 rebounds per game for the Oakmont Vikings, and 8.5 points per game for the JV squad last year. They've got 3 Jadens on this team, and at least one more on the JV team. I was joking with head coach Nathan Stevens before the game this evening that they probably lead the league in Jadens. And they all spell their name differently, too. Well, Jaden Rodriguez, number 1, and Jaden Washington, they spell it the same way. All right, so anyway, Jaden Rodriguez, we talked about him. He's a 6-foot senior, 9 points and 2 rebounds per game last year. We mentioned Jaden Washington averaging 11 points, 11 rebounds per game. Ocean Munoz is a 6'1 sophomore who's also averaging right around 11 points per game. He is one of the other ones that will score quite a bit. Coach Stevens says that he's going to try and get all 13 players into the game. Kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it? Because that's what Stuart Kussler wants to do, and especially as the Broncos get set to play 5 games in 5 consecutive nights. Coach Kussler is saying that, as you might expect, that the focus right now is on Oakmont tonight. We'll worry about River City tomorrow once this game is over, and then once that game is over tomorrow, then it's time to think about the Davis Blue Devils for the game Thursday night over in the tournament at Antelope High School. So the Broncos, they've got 14 players on their roster, 13 for Oakmont, and yeah, we will see both teams like to kind of run the up-tempo style for their games. We'll see pressure on both sides. We know Bella Vista is going to try and pressure you the entire game, and so we will look to see the Broncos doing that here tonight. So following the tournament this weekend for the Broncos, we mentioned they're playing tonight, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They get a break on Sunday, and then finals week begins next week as we head into the winter break following the end of next week, and the Bronco boys will help celebrate the end of finals week. Not on Friday. The girls have the stage on Friday, but they will be taking on Casa Roble 1 week from Thursday. The cross-city rivalry. This place is going to be packed on Thursday night, 1 week from this Thursday, I should say, as the Broncos will take on Casa Roble. That'll be a lot of fun. You recall the Broncos hosted Del Campo last year, another nearby school in the San Juan School District. One of the things that I remember most in that game, other than a Bronco win, was the fact that the cheerleading squads from both schools were here, and during timeouts there was a competition. On one timeout, it could be a Bella Vista cheerleader doing cartwheels all the way down the one end of the floor, followed by a Del Campo cheerleader doing exactly the same. And everybody was just having a lot of fun with that. So who knows? We are going to have a lot of energy in this building next week on Thursday, but that is well into the future. Right now, the focus is on the Bella Vista and Oakmont teams. And want to remind you, you just saw it on your screen, that we are on Facebook BV Live Sports. Go to facebook.com/BV Live Sports. You get game updates and certain announcements, like a big announcement made by Bella Vista just this week, and that is, if you go to BV Live Sports on Facebook, you'll see it. The new head coach of the Bronco football team has been announced, and that is a promotion for assistant Jason Ott. He takes over for Jim Gray, who retired after last season, so certainly best wishes to Coach Ott as he will take over the Bella Vista football program. He takes it over now, and he will be the man in charge on the sidelines when the 2025 season kicks off in August. But let's focus on basketball here tonight. Again, we talked about Bella Vista suffering their first loss of the season at Del Oro. A tight one, 61-56 was the final score. Maxwell Pruger had 25 points. Margaret Trotzik added 8 points. And the Broncos, one of the keys in that game, keys to victory for Del Oro, actually, was they out-rebounded the Broncos 37-17, and that 17 rebounds was well below what the Broncos had been averaging in their first 2 games prior to that. They were upwards of 39 rebounds per game heading into the contest against Del Oro, but were held to 17. Del Oro using size to their advantage. Tonight, size-wise, is a better matchup for the Broncos. So who knows? Maybe they'll be back to that same rebounding level, if you will. The keys for Bella Vista tonight: taking care of the ball, pressuring Oakmont from start to finish, forcing a lot of turnovers, solid defense, and then you got to rebound. You got to rebound, finish the possessions, drive to the basket, and draw the fouls. For Oakmont, they started their season just last week with a win over Western Sierra, 49-47. Common opponent with Bella Vista. Both teams played Western Sierra very close. Bella Vista winning by 1, and Oakmont beating Western Sierra by 2. So we are about to get things underway with the festivities here, and let us turn it over to Carson Allen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's game of your Bella Vista Broncos hosting the Oakmont Vikings. We're going to start with our starting lineups for the Oakmont Vikings. Number 1, Jaden Rodriguez. Number 2, Elijah Stevens. Number 3, Alden Bubalik. Number 21, Jaden Washington. And finally, number 22, Ocean Manunos. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get loud for your Bella Vista Broncos! Number 5, your junior, standing at 6'3", Mitchell Emery. We have number 10, the 6'4" junior, Cameron. Number 12, the sophomore, 5'9", Trevor Iwumasa. And for your 2 seniors, number 2, Maxwell Pruger. And finally, for your lead point guard, number 4, staying at 6'3", the senior, Margaret Trotzik. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like for you to all please have a very well-behaved game tonight. Please make sure you treat our officials and everybody respectfully. Sportsmanship is the key priority here at these Bella Vista Bronco games. Thank you. Let's have a great game tonight.
And we're ready to get this one underway. Cale Bird will step in for Bella Vista, and that's Alden Bubik that will jump center for Oakmont. Oakmont in the navy blue. They win the tap. Navy blue with the light blue numbers. This is Elijah Stevens. Really walked with it. Bella Vista with a man-to-man defense to get started here. Early on. Perimeter game right now for Oakmont. And there's Bubik driving it inside. Loose ball on the ground. Bird controls. Here comes Iwamasa. Iwamasa does not have numbers. Tries to split through the double team and draws the foul. And that opening foul will be on Elijah Stevens. First personal on Stevens, first team foul. They say Iwamasa was in the act of shooting. And he misses the first free throw. Second one. Broncos are on the scoreboard first. That's Bubik forcing up a shot, and he's called for an offensive foul. Broncos quickly. This is Emery for three. Emery tries to follow the shot. Rodriguez gets the rebound. We got a whistle and backcourt. Double dribble call. So Broncos take the possession back, forcing the turnover there in backcourt. Here's a Trotzik. Closed off. Bruker. And he throws a forearm shiver there, that arm bar. And that's an offensive foul on Pruker. That's his first team foul on Bella Vista. Broncos with the pressure. Stevens, bumped from behind, no call. He's picked up by Iwamasa. Washington tries to get it, but he has his pocket picked by Marka Trotzik. Bad pass, loose ball. Emery almost had it. Rodriguez controls. He collides with a Trotzik. And a Trotzik's going to get called for his first personal. Second team foul on Bella Vista. Ocean Munoz will inbound the ball. Stevens again on Iwamasa. There's Munoz. Munoz tries to dump it inside to Bubik. There's a foul underneath the basket. That'll be on Bella Vista. Third team foul on Bella Vista already. Two more, and it's two free throws for the rest of the quarter. Munoz to inbounds. Rodriguez, he'll launch a three. Teased him. Washington, the rebound, draws a foul. It's like Emery was there. That's already the fourth team foul on Bella Vista. Still just the one free throw for the Broncos. And Washington changes that. Munoz controls, and Oakmont still with possession. Rodriguez goes up and down. There's no call there. There was a collision. A Trotzik steals. Kruger draws the foul. Broncos to inbound. Man-to-man defense from Oakmont. Trotzik closed off, Iwamasa. Broncos playing the perimeter game. And now Bird drives the lane. His runner does not go. Bird follows the shot with the rebound, and that one dances in. Cale Bird, his first 2 points of the game. Broncos, their first field goal of the game, 2-point lead. Collision at midcourt, offensive foul. And that goes against Ocean Munoz. 3 team fouls on Oakmont. And we're at 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. Iwamasa works off the screen. Trotzik's open for 3! Marka Trotzik! And the Broncos jump out to a 6-1 lead. Here's Bubik. Has that one knocked away. Broncos defense rising to the occasion. A Trotzik drives in. Kruger up and over the back is going to get called for his second personal. And that is the 5th team foul. And that's going to be free throws. Alden Bubik will go to the line. Oakmont 1 of 3 from the free throw line tonight so far. Bubik. Iwamasa controls for Bella Vista. Here come the Broncos. And Iwamasa takes a shot to the face. Bubik is going to get called for the foul. That's 4 now on Oakmont. And there's a steal by Bubik. Bubik will drive all the way in for the finger roll. First field goal of the game for Oakmont. Broncos by 3. Trotzik. Jonah Wooden now in the game. Iwamasa finds Wooden once again. Bird posting up down low. Broncos working around the perimeter to the right. Here's Emery for 3. Back iron. Bubik another rebound. Ian Johnston is into the game, number 0, 6-foot junior. And that's him with the ball right there on Wooden. Johnston steps inside, ball deflected away, still loose. Big scrum for it, Bird winds up for it. Bella Vista forces another turnover. Iwamasa pressed in the corner. Back outside, a Trotzik, NBA 3! Washington controls for Oakmont. Lots of activity, not a lot of scoring early on. There's a collision, no foul called there. Melissa the Chick Hearn used to say, no harm, no foul, no blood, no ambulance. Longtime voice of the Lakers, the late Chick Hearn. Clear collision there, but no call. So the Broncos are going to take a 30-second timeout here, kind of regroup a little bit with 3:25 to go in the opening quarter, and a 6-3 lead. Broncos defense has come to the occasion, forcing a lot of turnovers. Broncos haven't been, Oakmont hasn't been able on some free throw opportunities to convert there. See where it goes for Bella Vista as we head into the final 3:25 here in the opening quarter. This is the first Bronco home game on a school night. We've got the student section off to our left, and we have the cheerleaders off to our right. There they are. Good to have everybody involved. I get the sense that a week from Thursday, when Casa is here, this place is going to be packed. The band is going to be here. Lots of stuff is going to go on. Here's Bubik. Bubik closed off. He finds Washington. He powers it up. Washington is going to draw the foul. Cade Rucker was the defender there for Bella Vista. And they are at the limit. So it's going to be 2 free throws no matter what, but that was active shooting anyway. Washington 1 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Mentioned 11 points, 11 rebounds is his average. We got a whistle as he get ready to take the shot. Whatever the reason for the delay was. Washington makes 1 of 2. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line, has 2 points on the night. Broncos with the 2-point lead. They've been holding at that number at 6 for a while. Zach O'Neal in and underneath it goes. Cade Rucker gets the deuce. The assist to Zach O'Neal. Broncos by 4. Full court press. Oakmont beats it. Trapping defense by Bella Vista right in front of the scorer's table. They force the ball out of bounds. Pick up the players on the floor for Oakmont right now. Davian Parker, number 24. There's Bubik who gets the inbounds. He's got the ball deflected away. Jonah Wooden comes up with it. There's a whistle in backcourt. Tried to find Maxwell Pruker. One thing you don't have in basketball that you do have in soccer is the ability to play on. Pruker had an easy path to the basket, but the foul was called in backcourt, and Jonah Wooden's going to get a couple of free throws as a result. Broncos by 4. Wooden, who's averaging nearly 6 points per game, gets his first 2 of the game. One of 2 for Jonah Wooden. Here's Bubik pushing the ball into front court. That's Max Chacon into the game, number 4. His pass to the near sideline is deflected and it goes out of bounds. And this is going to go to... Oh, it's going to go to Bella Vista. They initially said it was deflected and it was going to stay with Oakmont, but then they got together, discussed it, and decided no, it's Bella Vista ball. Ben Campbell now into the game for Bella Vista. Austin Ruddy as well. Entry pass looking for Rucker. That one is deflected away. And here come the Vikings. Spin move by Washington. Didn't get enough on the shot. O'Neal the rebound for Bella Vista. Swing it around to the left side. Rucker posting up down low. They'll find Zach O'Neal in the lane. His jumper does not go. Looks like there's going to be a foul on O'Neal. And it was a defensive foul, so we will swing it all over to the free throw line. The right side of your computer or phone or tablet screen, or maybe you're watching this on your TV. Another miss for Washington. He's 2 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Substitutions, Munoz and Rodriguez coming back in. Bubik is going to have a breather, as is Ian Johnston. 2:04 to go in the opening quarter. Johnson follows his miss, and he lays that one up and in. Sorry, Washington. It's a long pass. O'Neal tries to save it from going out of bounds. Right to Oakmont. Munoz. Here's Washington. Crashes into a defender. Offensive foul called on Washington. Pressure defense from Bella Vista. Broncos looking to make a substitution. Marcus Murch is coming in, and he will replace Zach O'Neal. Ben Campbell to inbound for Bella Vista. Here's Campbell once again. Murch on the baseline. Murch drives in. Muscles up a shot. Thought he might have been fouled. No call. Myron DeSena's in the game now, number 5, and that's Rodriguez in the corner. Munoz. There's DeSena. DeSena drives in. Ruddy reaching in on the defense. He may get called for the foul here. Like that, I think they're actually going to call that on Campbell. That's his first. Free throws for Myron DeSena. And the free throw woes continue for Oakmont. DeSena averaged 4.1 points per game for the JV squad last year, and nearly 2 rebounds per game. One of 2 for DeSena. Still a very close game. Despite Oakmont's troubles at the free throw line, Bella Vista on offense having trouble getting some shots to fall. Here's Wooden on the outside. Ruddy. Wooden. Gives it up, gets it back, bounce pass looking for Rucker underneath. Loose ball, Rucker comes up with it again. Here's Campbell. Ruddy drives in. Wooden. Campbell has Murch posting up down low. Campbell's runner doesn't go. Munoz controls. Here's Rodriguez to the baseline. Closed off by Ruddy. Over onto the corner. Stepping inside. A shot blocked by Jonah Wooden. None of that weak stuff. Wooden back the other way. His shot does not go. It's Alan Zuniga that took the shot for Oakmont. Wooden was having none of it. In the corner. Bring it back outside. DeSena's shot. That one doesn't touch anything. Goes out of bounds. And that will stay with Bella Vista with 2 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Trotzik and Iwamasa coming in for Bella Vista for the final 2 seconds, and probably going to stay in when we begin the second quarter. Here's a long baseball pass looking for Murch. Off his hands, the quarter is going to expire. Iwamasa actually got possession of the ball and flung it toward the basket. It would have counted had it gone, I believe, but it wasn't. He wasn't really able to get a good handle on it. We have come to the end of the first quarter here at Bella Vista High School, and the Broncos, they hold on to that 9-7 lead. A defensive battle, struggles at the free throw line for Oakmont. They are getting to the line, and they are drawing the fouls. They're just having difficulty in completing the free throws. For Bella Vista, their shots are they have 9 points on the board, but really they're not getting a lot of shots, at least not in the second half of that first quarter, and just kind of struggling a little bit there. They've been sitting on that 9 for a little bit, but they have the 2-point lead here at the end of the first quarter. We'll see what the second quarter brings and the substitutions that will come on. But one thing for Bella Vista that is going well tonight, and that is their defense. And also some solid rebounding for the Broncos on the missed shots by Oakmont. So we'll see where it goes from here now as we get the second quarter underway. Broncos are 2-1, and Oakmont is 2-2. In fact, Oakmont, all 4 of their games played last week. They opened a week ago tonight with the win over Western Sierra. They had a 2-point win over Western Sierra, a team that Bella Vista beat by 1. And then Oakmont went into a tournament last weekend where they won 1 of 3 games. In fact, they won the first game of the Gold Dust tournament at Union Mine High School with a 70-64 win over El Dorado. And then they got beaten pretty handily by Casa Roble. Here's Murch driving in. That shot doesn't go. Ball saved on the sideline by Atrocic. Here's Rucker. He drives to the basket. That was not a friendly roll. His rebound, the putback doesn't go, but Rucker draws the foul and will head to the free throw line. Foul looks like that'll be on Zuniga. Is it? Zuniga's not on the floor. Oh, he is. He's on the lining up on the free throw line to the right of Cade Rucker. After losing to Casa Roble last week at the Gold Dust tournament, Oakmont then also lost 54-41 to Vista del Lago in the final round of that tournament. Rucker, who has 2 points already tonight, looking for his third. Oakmont controls. This is Bubik. Stevens back into the game. Munoz trying to get around a Trotzik. Closed off. Bubik. Broncos looking like a 2-3 zone on defense. Zuniga, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Bubik. Bubik, ball deflected away. Wooden controls. Wooden picks up the dribble, throws it away. Underneath, that's Norman Woods seeing his first action of the game. And he gets his first 2 points. Murch drives in. Can't get it to go. Rucker the rebound. That one's just a little too hard. Unfriendly roll. Munoz will push out a backcourt for Oakmont. Bubik for 3. Alden Bubik now with 5 points. There's a Trotzik. He'll launch a 3. There's a foul called on the rebound. Looks like that's going to be on Bubik. I have him for 2. Second team foul. There's a Trotzik underneath the baseline. He draws the foul. Bella Vista, at least early on here in the second quarter, doing a better job of taking the ball to the basket and drawing the free throw opportunities. Trotzik will get his second opportunity. 0 for 2 from the line for a Trotzik. Oakmont controls the rebound. Full court press, loose ball, Oakmont, and they're going to say they took too long. 10-second violation. This one will go over to Bella Vista. Iwamasa running the point right now for the Broncos. Mitchell Emery back in. Oh, that one looked like that was going down. Heartbreak Hotel. You're going to get Mitchell Emery for a foul. It sure looked like all ball, but he may have bumped him with the arm. First team foul on Bella Vista. 5 count is on. Stevens let the ball drop to the ground, but he did get the pass in. Stevens to the free throw line, working with Rodriguez. Charlie Matoyer is in for his first action, right up in the face of Stevens. Rodriguez passes up the 3. Double teamed in the corner. Here's Stevens. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Rodriguez. He's open for a 3. Atrocic with authority on the rebound. Here's Cale Bird, drives in on Stevens. Can't get that one to go. Bird the rebound, and the putback off the glass is good, and a whistle. Looks like we're going to get a timeout called. So Oakmont with the 1-point lead right now. Broncos having used their second timeout. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this opening half. Broncos having some difficulties on the offensive end, just getting those shots to fall. Cale Bird was able to get one to fall finally for him. Rodriguez. Washington double teamed. A foul on the floor against Bella Vista. Stevens to inbound for Oakmont. Vikings by 1. That's Norman Woods. And he gets his second deuce at the game. He's got 4. 3-point lead for Oakmont. Nice 360 by Iwamasa. Splits all the way through the double team. Can't get the shot to fall. Goes out of bounds. Looks like it stays with Bella Vista. Iwamasa to inbound. Here's Wooden. Atrocic near midcourt. Wooden. Cale Bird. Broncos being very patient. Bird posting up down low. He'll power to the basket and draws the foul. Looks like Woods may get that one. Cale Bird to the line. Needed points for Bella Vista. About halfway through, that's just their 3rd point here in the second quarter. So 1 of 2 for Cale Bird. 5 points on the night. Bird coming into the game was just 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Went 1 of 2 that trip. Washington the rebound. Stevens. There's a 3-point attempt. Washington just makes it look really, really easy. He's up to 6 points. Looks like the Broncos are going to... So actually it's maybe it's Oakmont this time that's calling the timeout. Teams are going to regroup right here. Glad to have you along here for Bronco basketball here on BV Live Sports. We're going to be right back with you tomorrow when the Broncos get set to take on River City, the Raiders. It's the Broncos and the Raiders tomorrow as they will take on River City of West Sacramento. Tomorrow, December 11th, 7:30 tip-off. We will get started right around 7:15, unless like tonight, if the previous games run long, we may get a later start, which is what happened this evening. Broncos freshmen and JV, both winners tonight. Varsity looking to do the same. There's Cale Bird with kind of the Euro step as he takes that to the basket. Cale Bird is up to 7 for the night. 5 points here in the second quarter. Long pass, Cade Rucker deflects that one away. It was a little too tall for Washington, and Rucker deflects it out of bounds. Washington 3-point range right side. Cale Bird with the defensive assignment. Here's Woods. Stevens, he'll launch a 3. Iwamasa looking to run. Closed off by Stevens. Here's Bird. Bird lost the handle, gets it back. Rucker for 3. Washington with the rebound. Averages that double-double that we talked about, 11 points, 11 rebounds per game. Chacon. Quick ball movement by Oakmont. The Vikings. Blue uniforms and Stevens rocking the green shoes. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Stevens, a long 3, back iron. Atrotzik the rebound, he's back in the game. Here's Iwamasa. Wooden. Rucker at the top. He'll find Bird on the baseline. Bird lost the handle. Loose ball, controlled by Oakmont. Ball deflected. Bird has it. He'll kick it over to Atrotzik. Atrotzik looking to drive. Closed off. Now he'll power to the rack. That one's off. Rucker, the putback, and it goes! Cade Rucker up to 4 points, and he'll head to the free throw line. Basket and 1 for Cade Rucker. 5 points on the night. Broncos have retaken the lead with 2 minutes to go before halftime. The pass deflected. Washington winds up with it, and they force him into a travel. Some good defense there by Cale Bird. Here's Atrotzik into front court. Rucker, wide open, Atrotzik underneath. He gets the deuce. Bubik got there a little bit late, and it was too late for him to do anything about Atrotzik's shot. Pass deflected. Wooden tries to save it from going out of bounds. Can't. That's Ethan Mikituk, who is into the game, number 14. And just as we call his name, Looks like they subbed him out. Here's Chacon in amongst the trees. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Great defense by Bella Vista, especially Jonah Wooden. Forces the bad shot. Trotzik. Rucker, he'll launch another three. Chacon with the rebound. Bubik will push the ball forward. Closed off. Chacon to the baseline. Once again in amongst the trees. And the Broncos force the miss. 29 seconds to go. Less than a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Here's Bird. Bird puts up a flat-looking shot, but it's good. He's got 9. 8-7-6. They're counting it down. Final seconds. Bubik runs into a defender, gets the rebound, and puts that one in at the buzzer. And that will bring the first half of action to a close here at Bella Vista High School, and a 3-point lead for the Broncos. A very entertaining second half of the second quarter, end-to-end action for the two teams. Oakmont, they were able to build out as high, I believe, as a 3-point lead, but the Broncos, they fought back, and they were able to regain that lead at 17-16, and then actually scored the next 4 points after that before that two-pointer at the buzzer brings us to our halftime score, which is 21-18 in favor of the Bella Vista Broncos. Let's take a look at some of our first half numbers. 9 points for Cale Bird to lead the way. He was the leading scorer for the JV squad last year. Or check that, no he wasn't, I'm sorry. But he's leading the way tonight with the 9 points. Why did I have him down for that? I don't know. It doesn't matter, I suppose. But anyway, he's got the 9 points here tonight. Cade Rucker had a pretty good first half as well. He's got 5 points. And also with 5 points is Marka Trotzik, and then 1 each for Trevor Iwamasa and Jonah Wooden. Taking a look at the Oakmont Vikings and their scoring, Jaden Washington is leading the way. He's got 6 points. Or check that, Bubik, he has 7 points to lead the way. Washington with 6, and Washington didn't really play much in the latter parts of the second quarter there. Norman Woods, he has 4 points on the night for Oakmont, and then 1 for Myron DeSena. That closes out our scoring here at halftime. So, again, as we mentioned, entertaining first half, and the Broncos defense, as advertised, and that is exactly what Coach Kussler has been talking about since the beginning of the season, that one of the signatures for this Bronco team is their defense. They will get in your face, and you know you're the opponent. You think everything's going well. You got the ball. You're getting ready to pass, and then you won't even see it. Almost sleight of hand on the part of the Broncos. They'll knock the ball away, and it's all part of that pressure defense that they put up. And of course, they also have that they run the full court press pretty much throughout the game. And it was interesting, we talked at the start of the game about the fact that the Broncos are playing 5 games in 5 days. And of course, they're playing tonight, they're playing tomorrow night. They will play Thursday night. It's the late game in the Titan Holiday Classic at Antelope. It'll be an 8:15 start against Duke, against Duke. They're the Blue Devils. Davis. They're not playing Duke. The other Blue Devils. But then, depending on the outcome of that game on Thursday, that determines when they will play on Friday, and then Friday's outcome determines when they will play on Saturday. That's how the tournaments work. But if you keep playing, then you keep playing at night, and you get that full rest. But the thing that I was talking with Coach Kussler about this stretch of 5 consecutive games in 5 straight days. And he said, you know what, if we weren't playing the games, we'd be we'd be practicing. And we go full tilt in practice. We practice the way we play. And so, so what they're doing on the floor with the constant pressure, expect that to continue and expect that to happen throughout the course of each and every game, even the game on Saturday. So when they're playing game number 5 in 5 consecutive days. So the Broncos getting a little bit of a breather. Actually, both teams are. Broncos have the 3-point lead at halftime. We'll take a short break, and when we come back in a few minutes, we will have the second half for you right here. Broncos by 3 at halftime here on BV Live Sports. we're just about ready to get the second half underway here at Bella Vista. Anybody's ball game tonight. You get a good look at the Broncos finishing up their warm-ups and heading off to the bench, and we will get the second half underway here. George Tharlson with you here at Bella Vista High School. Glad to have you along, and should be a lot of fun tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we're right back with you for the Broncos and the River City Raiders. So it's an AFC West matchup tomorrow as the Broncos get set to take on the Raiders here at Bella Vista High School. And then we'll also let you know about our plans next week, because we have 2 girls games plus the boys game at home against Casa Roble. So lots of action next week here on BV Live Sports, as well as the 2 games this week. Underway in the second half, Oakmont with possession, Broncos with the lead. That's Stevens, he's open for a 3-point shot. Washington tries to control the rebound. Bella Vista knocks it out, and so Oakmont keeps possession. In and underneath. A deuce there for Oakmont. And the Broncos, they answer Cade Rucker with a trifecta. That's his first 3 points of the game. 4-point lead for the Broncos. Stevens works off the screen from Washington. This is Munoz. Now Rodriguez. 2-3 zone from Bella Vista. Like Washington might have gotten away with a walk there. They don't call it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 3-point shot coming right side from Washington. Rucker tries for the rebound. Ball deflects out. Rodriguez has it. Triple teamed, that is. Powers his way. Misses the shot. Broncos control. Here's Pruker. Pruker driving all the way in. A Euro step of his own. He puts it up and in. That's what he did a lot last week against Del Oro on his way to 25 points. Broncos by 6. There's Munoz. Washington's looking to drive, takes it around Bird. Count it. Foul will go against Cale Bird. First team foul on Bella Vista here in the third quarter. Washington, who has had his struggles at the free throw line tonight. But not there. Basket and 1 for Jaden Washington. Full court press from Oakmont. Iwamasa breaks it. Iwamasa finds Bird. Now back out Pruker. The defense there by Atrocic nearly came up with the steal. Inside it goes to Washington. Washington will force up the shot. Pruker the rebound. Iwamasa to push forward. Here's the Trotzik. That's a 3! Oh boy, it looked like that was going to go down. Rattled out. Aggressive defense by Cade Rucker. Here's Washington on Bird. And Bird is holding his own against Jaden Washington defensively. Doing a really good job. Washington, who averages 11 points and 11 rebounds per game. He is up to 9 points on the night. Trotzik. Marka Trotzik is always around the ball. It's the power of the pink shoes. Washington double team, Spin move to the basket. Tough luck shot for Washington. Broncos control. Iwamasa. Rucker the rebound. He forces up a shot and draws the foul. Heady play by Cade Rucker. That foul's on Washington. Broncos by 3. Rucker getting the job done. Second free throw for Cade Rucker. Gets them both. 2 big free throws for Cade Rucker. And it's really no secret that free throw shooting has been inconsistent for Bella Vista this year. Obviously continuing to work on it. Much needed 2 free throws at the line there for Bella Vista. There's Johnson. That one rejected by Marka Trotzik. Cade Rucker, by the way, for the season is now 3 of 5 from the line. Johnston controls. Bella Vista trapping him. They try to bounce it off of him, and they're gonna call the turnover. It looks like he stepped on the sideline. Coach Nathan Stevens off the bench, wondering if the ball might have been tipped before it went out of bounds. Where he says Bella Vista ball. Oakmont with the steal on the bad pass. Here's Bubik, a kind of an off-balance leaning jumper. Trotzik, he'll bring it back the other way. Power to the rack. And he draws the foul. Marka Trotzik getting ready to come to the line. 50% free throw shooter on the season. Trotzik is up to 6 points on the night. For Marka Trotzik. Bella Vista made their last 4 free throws. Johnston. Here's Munoz. Open. Bubik, 3. Matches his jersey number. He's got 10. I think a timeout is being called here. Midway through the third quarter. We have a little bit of a break in the action. The Broncos holding on to that 4-point lead right now. Cade Rucker with 5 points here in the third quarter alone. That brings him up to 10 overall. Got the scoring started in the third quarter with a 3-point shot. And so 10 points on the night for Cade Rucker. He leads the way. For the Broncos, Cale Bird with 9 points, all of those in the first half. We'll definitely see him get going here before too long. Here in the second half. So just under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Both teams have used 2 of their 5 timeouts. Full court press from Oakmont. There's a Trotzik. Trotzik trying to get away from it. They clear the timeline. Here's a Trotzik. He's open. Long rebound, Wooden at the free throw line. In and underneath, powering to the basket. That one's up and in. Maxwell Pruker. 4 points in this quarter. 3.5 to go. 6-point lead for the Broncos. Here's Johnston. He'll launch a three. That one's going to come up short. Rucker the rebound. Wooden to pick up the dribble. Here's Pruker for three. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Maxwell Pruker. Broncos by 9. An offensive foul the other way. And the Broncos will take possession. Maxwell Pruker, 7 points here in the third quarter with 2:52 to go. Pruker. There's a collision, and they're going to call that one offensive. I'm going to say that Pruker led with the elbow. Conversation between the two officials right now. Glad you could join us here for Bronco basketball here on BV Live Sports, your home for Broncos boys and girls basketball, boys and girls lacrosse, and of course the home football games as well, which we learned this week that the football team, we know who the new leader will be. Jason Ott has been named the head football coach at Bella Vista. It looks like we are getting flagrant here. I don't know if that's the terminology used in high school. But Chacon is going to the free throw line here with nobody on the lane. And Chacon makes both of those free throws. And Oakmont will keep possession. So the Broncos are going to have to regroup. That's Davion Parker driving in, getting his first 2 points of the game. Loose ball, but the Broncos keep possession. Broncos by 5. Here's Rucker open for another three. That's coming off. Nice deflection by a Trotzik. Goes to Pruker. Now a Trotzik. Wooden way out front. High post to Emery. In and underneath. Cade Rucker. Nice assist by Mitchell Emery. Cade Rucker having a career night. $12 points for Cade Rucker. Broncos close off the baseline. Bring it back out. Munoz for three. There's a ball that Chacon tried to control, deflected away from behind. Here's over left side. That's Wooden. Or check that. It's Pruker. Rebound underneath. The putback. It's Rucker once again. 14 for Cade Rucker. My goodness. 9-point lead for Bella Vista. Literally. And we've talked about this. It could be any player on this roster that would have a big night. And tonight, it's Cade Rucker's turn. Last Tuesday, it was Pruker with 25. Spin move, Rodriguez. Nice move. A nice move to the basket. Rodriguez gets his first 2 points of the game. Bronco lead is 7. Wooden on Chacon. Rucker tried to get it into Emery, led him a little too far. That's out of bounds. Substitutions coming in. Woods back in for Oakmont. Here come the Vikings. Under a minute to go. Chance to cut the lead to 5, maybe 4. Rodriguez, he'll put up another one. Rodriguez has found his range. 5-point lead for the Broncos. Iwamasa. Ball deflected, will go out of bounds. Stuart Kussler winds up controlling the ball there and then calling the 30-second timeout. So he's going to get his team together. With 34 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's a 5-point lead for the Broncos. Entertaining game, and it still is anybody's ball game. The Broncos just a few moments ago built the lead up to 9. 2 quick baskets by Oakmont has brought it back to 5. Maxwell Pruker, 7 points in this third quarter, but the story, Cade Rucker, 9 points in this quarter. He's actually at 16 points on the night. Pruker had 25 the other night. We still have a quarter to go. There's Cade Rucker. He'll kick it over Wood and launches in a 3. No good. Rucker, the rebound, and the putback is good for Cade Rucker. He's at 18. 41-34. Broncos by a touchdown. Rodriguez on Pruker. Double team. Kick it back out for an open, long 3-point shot. Tipped by Emery. Pruker controls. Lost it. Shot does not go for Oakmont. 8-7, 6 seconds to go. You can hear the countdown. You can see it on the screen. Here's Wooden. He'll launch one at the buzzer off the lip. Third quarter is now in the books. And the Broncos have that 7-point lead. Very entertaining third quarter. It seemed like it got off to a bit of a slow start for both teams. But then Cade Rucker happened, if you will. Broncos outscoring the Oakmont Vikings 20-16 in that quarter. 41-34 is our score. 18 points for Cade Rucker so far. And Marka Trotzik and Maxwell Pruker each with 7 points. Cale Bird still has the 9 from the first half. Iwamasa and Wooden each with 1. That rounds out the scoring here in the first, through 3 quarters. 10 points for Bubic leads the way for Oakmont. Jaden Washington has 9. 4 for Woods and 4 for Rodriguez. Got all 4 in that third quarter. And then 2 points for Stevens and 2 points for Chacon and 2 points for Davion Parker. Broncos in possession as the fourth quarter gets underway. Iwamasa in and underneath it goes Rucker, and that one goes in. Cade Rucker, 20 points. 20 points for the 6'4 junior. A career night for Cade Rucker. Ball deflected away near midcourt. Woods having trouble. Wild pass. Pretty much all he could do there except concede the possession. Pruker's 3 does not go, and that goes out of bounds. It will head back over to Oakmont. Substitutions coming in. Washington back in. Bubic back in. Haven't really seen them for a while. That's 2 of their key players right there. Cale Bird back in. He's had a breather as well, but Washington comes in, Cale Bird comes in. Bird has done a really good defensive job on Washington tonight. And there is the aforementioned Washington. He's going to launch a 3 and drill it. Jaden Washington, 12 on the night. You going to leave me open? I'm going to take that shot, and I'm going to make it. Here's Rucker. Rebound underneath. Bird the putback. That's a little too hard. Loose ball. A scrum for it. Held ball. This one's going to go to Oakmont. Davion Parker is in. He's got the ball right now. Here's Bubik. Bubik picked up by Rucker. Zanika back into the game now for Oakmont. Here's Washington. Parker off a screen, back to Zuniga. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Bella Vista keeping them on the perimeter. And Zuniga's shot doesn't fall. Broncos control, leading by 6. Iwamasa. Kruger, he's open for 3. Got it! Second three-pointer of the game for Maxwell Kruger. He's got 10. 9-point lead for Bella Vista. Bubik to the baseline, closed off. Rodriguez directing traffic a little bit. Double teamed on the baseline, looking for the help. Washington over to Bubik. He'll launch a 3. Iron. Here's Bruker. Bruker, he drives all the way in. The finger roll is good. 12 for Bruker. All of those here in the second half. Another good night scoring-wise for Maxwell Bruker. 35 points in the last 2 games. Here's Washington, tries to split the double team, draws the foul on the floor, no shot. Cale Bird getting called for the foul. Rucker's going to come out of the game, and his whole bench is standing ready to give him accolades there. What a night for Cade Rucker. Washington, double teamed, closed off. Runner does not go. Here's Marka Trotzik. Bubik is there to close him off. A Trotzik up over Bubik, puts that one in. A Trotzik with 9. Bella Vista about to hit 3 different players in double figures. Actually, they're close to 4 reaching double figures. 1 more basket for a Trotzik, 1 more point. Actually, 1 more point for a Trotzik, 1 more point for Cale Bird, and they're both in double figures. 4:40 to go, 13-point lead for the Broncos. It was tight early on. The Broncos are now starting to gain a little separation here. Credit that defense. And a big night from Cade Rucker. DeSena having trouble. Broncos steal. Iwamasa. Nice overplay on the part of Rodriguez to come up with the steal. And he'll put that one in, and a timeout is going to be called. 6 points on the night for Rodriguez, 11-point lead for Bella Vista. And the Broncos are going to get the timeout to regroup after. It's a full timeout. They're going to regroup after that steal in backcourt by Oakmont and Rodriguez. He just read that play beautifully. Once again, tomorrow night, the Broncos will be taking on River City, the Raiders. It's a classic AFC West matchup between the Raiders and the Broncos at 7:15 tomorrow night. Okay, I guess I'm beating that one a little bit too much. Anyway, so River City and Bella Vista, 7:30 here at Bella Vista. Hope you come out and support the Broncos, but if you can't, we're going to have it for you right here on BB Live Sports. So that's at 7:15 tomorrow. We want to also make sure that we have everything in place for next week. We have a very busy week next week with 2 girls games and 1 boys game. And the boys game, of course, is the game against Casa Roble on Thursday of next week. So looking forward to all of the action that we have next week. Collision near midcourt. They're going to call the foul on Oakmont. That's their first team foul here. A collision before the ball even comes in. They will reset. That's a foul on DeSena. And a collision there between DeSena and Iwamasa once again. That is another foul on DeSena. They have all 3 of those. In any case, 3 team fouls. Broncos with possession. DeSena still has the guarding assignment on Iwamasa. Kruker. Pass deflected away, a whistle. And that's going to be on the Broncos. This one will go Oakmont's way. There's Munoz. Closed off by Kruker. Washington hit a 3-pointer not long ago. He travels with the ball. That's a turnover. Looks like we're going to get a timeout call, and maybe this one is going to be on Bella Vista once again that calls the timeout. So the Broncos will take the timeout, and with 3:49 to go, actually I guess they are saying it's okay. They're adjusting the timeouts on the fly here. The Broncos called the timeout. They have 1 left. Oakmont has 2 timeouts left. So that's where we stand with the timeouts. As we were talking about, as far as next week is concerned, 2 games for the Bella Vista girls. On Tuesday, December 17th, they will be taking on West Park right here at Bella Vista High School. And then on Friday, they will be hosting Union Mine. Both of those games right here on BV Live Sports. Tuesday's game, and actually both of them will start at 7:15 p.m. But that is our next girls broadcast. Becky Stewart and the Lady Broncos will take on West Park. We'll get a chance to see Ellie Tomei again and the rest of the Bella Vista Lady Broncos this Tuesday night, December 17th at 7:30 here on BV Live Sports. And then, of course, on Thursday of next week, the Bronco boys are hosting Casa Roble. That is going to be nuts. We get ready to head into the Christmas holidays. There's Munoz with the jumper. That does not go. Kruker the rebound to Wooden. 3.5 to go. Broncos with an 11-point lead. Wooden. Shoulder fake. The Broncos kind of weaving it around there at the top. Trotzik will kick it over. Rucker for 3. That one's off. Rebound to Munoz. Vikings back the other way. Closed off by Rucker. There's a collision on the baseline with Jonah Wooden, who winds up on the ground, but they're going to call the foul on Wooden. Bubik will go to the free throw line, look to get this lead of Bella Vista's to under 10. Freshmen and JV have both won tonight for Bella Vista. 2 free throws late for the JV team to secure a 70-68 victory. Bubik 1 of 2 as the free throw woes continue for Oakmont. Full court press. It's a 10-point game. 11 points on the night for Bubik. Wooden. Broncos will kick it out. Here's the Euro step by Pruker. The runner no good. Pruker saves the rebound. Kicks it back over to Wooden. Wooden, 19-footer, rims out. Cale Bird nearly had the rebound. Loose ball. Cale Bird picks it up. Bird with the soft dunk! Cale Bird, 11 points. First points of the second half. He's in double figures. 3 Bronco players in double figures. Need to get a Trotzik a deuce here. Here's Munoz. He's grabbed as he takes it into the lane. Munoz will head back to the free throw line. Broncos students section doing their part. Misses both of them. Washington tried to save the rebound, stepped on the baseline, and with 2:15 to go and the Broncos by 12, Bella Vista has possession. Maxwell Pruker, 12 points. Cale Bird, 11. Cade Rucker, 20. All 3 of those players in double figures. And Trotzik, he's got 9. He'd like to dent the double figure setting here. Here's Wooden. Back over to a Trotzik. Here's Iwamasa. Kruger, he'll launch a 3. That one comes off. Bird tries for the rebound. Loose ball deflected away. Iwamasa to Bird. Drives the baseline. He tries to take another one up. That one does not go. Bird was thinking another dunk. Rodriguez closed off. 360 as he takes it to the rack. Bird, another rebound. Bird may be at double figures for rebounds tonight, too. I haven't been keeping a total. Here's a Trotzik. A Trotzik kicks it back over to a Trotzik. Here's Pruker once again to Bird. Bird off the glass and in. Cale Bird, 13. Timeout Oakmont, 1:08 to go. Broncos 54, Oakmont 40. So it was tight through most of this game, but the Broncos really started to impose their will and start gaining that separation late in the third quarter, and it's continued here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos had a 41-34 lead at the end of the third quarter. So that was a 7-point lead. They have now doubled that. They've outscored Oakmont 13-6 here in the fourth quarter. And the Broncos seem poised to head home tonight in the comfort of their own homes, their own beds, with their third win of the season, and get all rested up for a full day of school tomorrow, followed by the game against River City right here at Bella Vista High School. We'll be on the air at 7:15 or thereabouts tomorrow night as Bella Vista takes on River City. Who I believe may also be playing tonight. Here's Stevens. We'll bring the ball across midcourt. Be talking to Coach Kussler after the game. Off the screen, here's a jumper from Munoz. That will not go. Iwamasa is going to wait for everybody to go by. Trotzik saves it. Trotzik gets it back. Trotzik has the opening. He takes it to the rack. He puts it up and in. He's got 11. Marka Trotzik 4 different Broncos in double figures tonight. 56-40. 16-point lead. Here's Rodriguez. Loses it. Iwamasa comes up with it. 22 seconds to go. Broncos will pass it around. Does Oakmont lay off? You can hear the applause. The Broncos, they're just going to dribble this one out. Oakmont is not going to foul. Final 8 seconds are going to tick off, and the Bella Vista Broncos, varsity, JV, and freshmen are all 3-0 at home. 56-40. Broncos win this one. What a game tonight for the Bella Vista Broncos. And what a game tonight for Cade Rucker. 20 points tonight, a few three-point shots, and just an incredible night for him. 4 Broncos in double figures tonight, led by the 20 points for Cade Rucker, 13 for Cale Bird, 12 for Maxwell Pruker, and 11 for Marka Trotzik. And then 1 each for Iwamasa and Wooden. So that's 6 different players who scored tonight for the Broncos. A great game tonight for Bella Vista. They are 3-1 on the year, 3-0 at home. And in fact, all 3 boys teams and all 3 girls teams, actually. The girls have had just the one home appearance. And the Broncos, they're all victorious. So we are going to head down to the floor now, and we are going to turn it over to our colleague. You see him at the beginning of the game, getting everybody jacked up and ready to go. But now we're going to head downstairs to Carson Allen, who's with Coach Kussler.
Hello, come on. Hi, George. So,
Take it away.
I'm currently here with Coach Kussler off of his amazing win against the Oakmont Vikings. So I have a couple questions for you. Sure. How does it feel to be undefeated at home so far?
It feels good. Anytime we can get a win, especially at home, feels great. I think we played a lot better in the second half, and I'm happy the boys rebounded.
And what about your opinion on the amazing 20-point game from Cade Rucker tonight?
I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for him to get back from the cross-country team. I know he had a great cross-country season, but he's a guy that can do everything. He can shoot, he can drive, he can play defense, he can rebound, and I know that's what he's capable of, so I'm really happy to see it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So as well as also at the beginning of the fourth, we were up 41-34. You were able to keep a 7-point lead, and then going in here with that last 1 minute remaining, you had at least a 14-point. Is there anything you want to give on the inside of your defensive skills as a coach that you want to tell the folks at home?
It was more just intensity and getting a lot of ball pressure on their dribblers. We really wanted to play them tight and not give them a lot of airspace to either pass or dribble around the perimeter.
Yeah, speaking of that perimeter defense, Washington, you guys shut him down in that second half, and I was actually very surprised. In that first half, he was getting a lot of offensive boards, and I was kind of curious how you guys were going to come out of it in that second half with trying to deal with him and his offensive and defensive boards. What was your key strategy for shutting him down?
It was just being more active, getting our hands up, and just not allowing him to get so deep under the basket because he's big. And he moved our guys around in the first half, so we wanted to keep him out of the key, out of the paint, and really just not allow him to get so deep where he can get those easy rebounds.
As well as also with Cade Rucker being that 20-point game, you also had 4 other Broncos with double-digit points tonight. I believe it was like Marka Trotzik and a couple other boys on the team. Is there anything now going into tomorrow's game that you're wanting to have for that defensive capability, or just that like specialty that you want to have? Because I don't think maybe we might have another great game from Cade Rucker again.
Yeah, I just want to get off to a little bit of a quicker start. Hopefully we can come out in the first quarter and the second quarter with a little bit more intensity, a little bit quicker start. We're really doing great in the second half with our defense and our team. If we can start in the first half and put 4 quarters together, it would be great.
And what was your guys' first impression about seeing another full court defensive team that was kind of going through the same motions that you were defensively, which is kind of in that early game, just putting up a lot of pressure, especially with the full court press, like how I said?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we practice against that almost every single day because we practice against each other. So they were used to that, and it's nice to see it because not a lot of teams play the same as we do full court. But it's nice to see it because when we practice and when we get to league, we're going to face those teams, and we need that experience.
Yeah, well, thank you, Coach Kussler, for having us down here today.
Thanks, Carson. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too. And that'll be back up to you, George.
All right, Carson, thank you very much. Nice job on the interview there as the Broncos win this one by the score of 56-40. So we talked about the point totals for the Broncos, 20 points for Cade Rucker. Now that he's fully done with the cross-country season and getting into his basketball shape now, as ready to go. We'll see if he can repeat that tomorrow night, or maybe it's going to be someone else. And that's the great thing about this Broncos team is it can be someone else. Last year, if you recall, it was Damian Rickett, and he had to be on his game every single night. This year, it can be different people that take the initiative, take the lead, and put the big points on the board. And 4 players in double figures tonight for the Broncos. I'll talk about the scoring for Oakmont. Jaden Washington, again, yeah, he was shut down in the second half. He finished with 12 points overall, which is right around his average. 6 points in the second half, 6 points in the first half. There's some consistency for you as far as the Bella Vista defense is concerned. 10 points for Alden Bubik, and those were the 2 players in double figures for Oakmont. And then it drops down to 4 points each for Norman Woods and Jaden Rodriguez, 2 each for Elijah Stevens, Max Chacon, and Davion Parker. And so that rounds out the scoring here tonight. 56-40 is our final score for the Bella Vista Broncos. And all 3 boys teams are back in action tonight and tomorrow night in less than 24 hours. We'll be hopping once again on the hardwood here at Bella Vista as the Bronco teams will take on the Raiders of River City High School of West Sacramento. And so all the action will be tomorrow. The JV game starts at 4:30. The freshman game starts at 4:30. The JV game at 6, and the varsity game at 7:30. And of course, we will have the varsity game for you right here on BV Live Sports. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you join us again tomorrow night and for our 3 games next week as we round out the 2024 portion of our broadcast schedule, and then league picks up in January. Our thanks to our producer, Julie Tharlson, for Carson Allen doing post-game interviews and camera work as well. Now from Bella Vista High School, where the Broncos win this one 56-40 over the Oakmont Vikings. The Broncos are now 3-1. Oakmont is 2-3. This is George Tharlson. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.